Moving on to other global stories that we're tracking on News Point as well. Now, US President Joe Biden's national security advisor is headed to India. Jake Sullivan's visit comes ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's state visit to Washington later this month. Now, amid China's territorial ambitions, Washington is working to deepen ties with the world's largest democracy and sees deeper military-to-military and technology ties as well. Sullivan will meet Indian Nsa Doval and other officials to discuss the deepening collaboration across the critical areas of importance between the US and India. Now, last May, Biden and Narendra Modi announced a bilateral initiative on critical and emerging technology dubbed as icet. The two leaders directed their governments to work on advanced technology from AI to semiconductor chips and also quantum computing, especially in the defense sector. The Biden administration is reportedly preparing to sign a deal that would allow US-based General Electric to produce engines for the military aircraft on the Indian soil. Now, India, the world's largest arms importer, depends on Russia for nearly half of its military supplies. Over the decades, India has bought Russian fighter jets, tanks, nuclear submarines and an aircraft carrier as well. While New Delhi's security cooperation with Western countries has increased, it continues to rely on Russia for defense and oil imports. India has long-standing security ties with Russia, and it has refused to condemn the Ukraine invasion over the past year as well. However, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi told Vladimir Putin last year that this was not a time for war. Washington has been eager to meet more of India's defense needs and also seek the G20 host support in putting pressure on Russia for the war in Ukraine. For more on this, here's a report sent by Principal Diplomatic Correspondent Siddhant Sibal. Take a look.
The American NSA will be holding key talks with his Indian counterpart, NSA Ajit Doval, later today here in Delhi. Now, key focus remains on hammering out the details of deals which will be signed during the Indian Prime Minister's visit to Washington in few days from now. Now, we know that one of the key focus has been the GE deal, that is manufacturing of jet engines here in India, that is expected to be signed during the visit of the Indian Prime Minister, but also co-producing that has been a key point of emphasis from Washington. But both India and the United States are also worried and concerned about a very aggressive China, which of course is not obeying rules-based order in the wider Indo-Pacific region as well. And this of course remains part of the discourse between the two NSAs. And the visit of the American NSA is the second high-level visit from United States to Delhi in a period of just few weeks. We know that earlier this month, the American Defense Secretary was in Delhi and held key talks with his Indian counterpart, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. With video journalist Chandrasekhar Siddhant Sibal for WION in New Delhi.